Hi, today I want to show you a unique technique that makes random shapes that you can kind of control but not completely. And this is called, I believe, dendrite, if I've got it right. I'll put the spelling in the video for you. But I've seen other YouTubers do this, and what I have here is I'm just using some light cardstock that I've cut down to shape. I have two 8.5 by 11 plexiglass picture frames from the dollar store, and I've just flipped the paper in it so that we can see what's going on. Now, I've seen people do this with thick glass, and then they need something to pry the pieces of glass apart. And that's why I like using these picture frames, because we're going to be able to grasp it by this edge. And actually, I'm going to take this piece out so that we can see through and see what's happening. And to do this, I have some Deco Art premium paints here, and I am just going to use the magenta, the light yellow, and the primary cyan. So how you do this is you can do a full page where you can spread it out, or you can do just drops of paint. And I kind of like the look of what happens with just dots, and so that's what I'm going to do here and see how it works out for me. And then we can actually layer them, and these paints interact with each other in such a nice way. So, all right, so I've got my dots. Let me just pull this down a little bit so you can see what's going on. And I'm going to take this frame and put it on top. Now, I have peeled the plexiglass off, just so you know. And we're going to push down, and these should make perfect little circles if I don't move them around too much. And I got way too much on there, so that's okay though, because we're still going to get a unique look, and you can see the colors starting to blend there. All right, now I'm going to peel up. And there, you see that patterning we're getting? So it looks like a vein or a tree. So I'm just going to pick that up with my paper and see how that works. And we can get multiples off of this. All right, and then we're probably going to want to clean this guy off with a baby wipe that I have here. All right, and then I'm going to bring the other one in that we had, and I'm just going to pick up the print on that as well. So there, here's the difference between the two. They should be negatives of each other, but that might be hard to see with what we have here. We could continue to print this off, but I'm gonna remove it so that we can try again. All right, so move this out of the way here, and let's just go. Now, you can use any kind of paint for this. It doesn't have to be this premium. What I'm trying to do here is pick up a circle. So let's see if I can get that to happen here. Okay, so I've got a really nice circle, and it's a big circle. I'm going to lift up again. Oh, it slipped on me a little bit. It's all right. It's all good. And there's one print. And so you can see once we start to layer these on top of each other, that could make some really interesting backgrounds. So I am just going to continue to pick this up with this baby white because you can see here the colors are just great, and I'll use that for something down the road. So let's pick that up. Alright, and let's do one more here with just a dot. See if I can get a smaller amount. Oh, this is huge. Alright. That is just going to be humongous. What I'm going to do here is hit this with a heat gun. Let me grab that. Alright, it's going to take a bit to get that to dry, but I think I've got it dry enough that I can pick something up here. So let's see how we want to put this one on here. And so there you can see when we start to overlap those colors, I mean, that makes just a beautiful purple. And then if we did another spot on here in yellow, that would be just gorgeous. So I really like this area here. If you can see the detail in that. So it's kind of, you know, like mono printing or something similar. And like I said, you can do this with all different kinds of paints. I think my wipe is just about done for there, so I'm going to grab another one here. Alright, and I've got the other plate here to print off. There. I mean, the other thing you can do here is if you have some kind of a tool, let me see what I've got here. I've got a bone folder. I can actually, you know, go into this and do some interesting lines. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so that was just quick, but that could work really nice, depending on how you want to use it. Alright, and so I'm going to do one more in yellow, and then I'm going to set this all aside. And I may have to do just a little bit of a heat gun here. Let's see. Alright, that's kind of the size circle I was going for in the beginning. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so you can see how we start to build our layers and how those are almost like printing inks where we're going to get the interaction of color between them. Almost too dry here. And I'm using a dry baby wipe here, so it's not giving me a lot to work with. So I'm going to try this one again on this. Yeah, that makes a really nice green in there. Let's try this pink, see if we get anything on here. Didn't pick up a lot there, but that's okay. Alright, and just to show you how beautiful this baby wipe is. So isn't that amazing? That is just gorgeous. I'm going to let that dry and do something with that. So yeah, what we could do is one more. Let's do yellow here. Putting a generous amount down, because what I want to do is just kind of cover the surface. And now, if you have a scraper tool, credit card, anything like that, would work for this. And I'm just using what I have on hand here. Alright. So we're going to put this down. Push. Because we're trying to get the air bubbles out. And what happens is when the air gets back in there, it makes those lines. So All right, now if I lift this way, the lines are going to go this way. If I lift from the side, the lines are going to go this way. So I'm going to lift this way. And we're going to get a whole sheet. Look how neat that is for a background. That is just beautiful. So, can I get another one? See, not quite as much, but that's okay. I can, build on this. And then we're going to want to try the other one. But I am definitely going to need to clean that off. What I'm finding here is that playing with this is addictive. And I can see going through a lot of paper and a lot of paint. Alright, wait till you see this one. This is just gorgeous. Let's see, what do I have that I can put on here? Oh, I got some of it stuck together. That's okay. Let's see what happens here. There, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if we're picking up the yellow very well, but that is really interesting. And let's see, can I just go over this whole thing? Yeah, there we're starting to get some interaction, and look at that in there, and those beautiful lines up and through here. Gorgeous. Okay, this one's a little wet still. Let's see, I think this one might be dry enough. Well, I picked up some. That's okay. I'm happy with that because I can always do more on top. Said that was going to be the last one, but I'm actually going to do one more. So, yeah, these are starting to stick together because they're wet. Okay. So, one more. And what you could do is, if you had dark paper, you could go on top of it with white. That would be really beautiful, wouldn't it? Okay, let's see what I can do here without really having any kind of a spatula. Just trying to get it all smooth. Oh, amazing. Okay, now let's see if these guys are dry enough. Yeah, this is just gonna be crazy. Look at that. This is probably my favorite color combination, is pink and yellow and orange. That is just beautiful. Can you imagine if you like die cut that? What that would look like? This one's a little wet still, but I'm gonna stick them down and see what I get. Transferring some blue and just a shade of it there. But we could bring this one in maybe and pick up that blue. Just a little bit. Alright, so here's our last one. I'm going to put this one on here. Wow. Isn't that great? That's almost like a sun behind. You know, I could see a lake, and if these were different, they could be trees. It's really amazing. Let's take this yellow and see if we can pick something up here. I may have to go in two places to get something on here. There's some. And there's some. So not a lot. This still needs a little bit of something, but you know, we could stamp on this. We can, I mean, really do just about anything. So this wipe ended up being a little bit muddier, but still nice coloration depending on what we want to do with it, right? So there we go.